Proteins are very important to us. They are the body's signaling and building material. Muscles are made up mostly of protein, just like the brain and hair. As structural proteins such as collagen, they hold our body together. As enzymes, they ensure that our metabolism works. As hormones and receptors, they send signals through the organism. As blood clotting factors, they prevent us from bleeding to death. They are the translators of our genes into a functioning organism. As we can say that nothing works without proteins, let's find out the health benefits of protein. Weight control. Protein-rich foods have been shown to increase our feelings of fullness, also known as satiety. Protein gives you more satiety than fat and carbohydrates. There is a good data from short-term studies to support the use of high-protein diet to reduce total caloric intake, speed up calorie intake, weight loss contributes. However, the evidence for long-term weight maintenance is less clear. Like any diet, a high protein is only effective if followed, which can be difficult for some people. Sloppy adherence may partially explain the limited impact on long-term weight maintenance. Sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is a condition characterized by a progressive loss of muscle mass and bodily functions, and it usually occurs in older people. Sarcopenia is associated with increased weight, risk of falls, decline in functional capacity, and even premature death. Since protein is essential for the recovery and maintenance of muscle mass, it's no surprise that low protein intake is associated with an increased risk of developing sarcopenia. Similarly, increasing protein intake and physical activity help maintain muscle mass and strength as we age, thereby also reducing our risk of sarcopenia and skeletal disorder. Athletic performance. Protein has long been associated with athletic performance. Protein plays a key role in aiding in the recovery and strengthening of muscle tissue after exercise. While protein is critical to muscle building to maximize benefits, it should be included as part of an overall diet that includes the right amount of carbohydrates, fats, contains vitamins, and minerals. The optimal protein intake depends on the type, such as endurance or strength training, the duration, and the intensity of the training, with more not always being better. A protein intake of 1.4 to 2.0 gram per kilogram body weight per day should be sufficient to meet the needs of most athletes. Athletes should aim to achieve protein intake through a balanced diet. Protein supplements are consumed by those who require high protein intake but totally calorie restriction. Low blood sugar level. When we eat a candy or white bread, our body has a lot of carbohydrates available. That means our blood sugar and thus also the insulin rises quickly and sharply. If the blood sugar drops again, we get hungry, especially for fast blood sugar suppliers such as sugar. The influence of a food on the blood sugar is called the glycemic index. The reference here is glucose. Proteins have a low glycemic index. Blood sugar doesn't rise as quickly and as high as after a carbohydrate snack. The result is that the feeling of hunger afterwards is not as strong. Have you seen any benefits of eating enough protein? If so, please comment down below, since I would like to hear your success of eating enough protein in order to get the benefits out of it. Proteins are converted to heat more than other nutrients. Unlike carbohydrates and fats, proteins have a high thermogenesis. This means that our body converts around 20% of its energy content into heat and not into fat. At the same time, this also increases our basal metabolic rate. In order to maintain the high temperature, we use more energy that is not stored as fat. Proteins are essential for life. Our body could not exist without protein. Our muscles, hair, skin, and even our brain are made up of a large part of protein. They are important for the growth, regeneration, and maintenance of our cells and tissues. Our needs depend on our living conditions. However, the protein in food cannot all be used in the same way. It's not just the amount of protein that matters, but also the quality. Chicken eggs have the highest protein quality ahead of meat or fish. However, plant sources should not be underestimated either, and they have a good biological value. They provide us with energy for a long time without any negative accompanying substances. If you like my video and you would like to watch more of these videos, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, turn on the notification bell, and feel free to share with others who can benefit of this video. I will see you in the next video, and always double check.